Good morning. I'm Brian Otten. I'm the marketing director with the Greater Wausau Chamber of Commerce, and we're live this morning from another Small Business of the Year finalist for 2024. We are at Habitat for Humanity of Wausau, their location in Weston, and I'm joined by Tiffany Arnold. Tiffany, good morning.
Good morning. Welcome.
And so, Tiffany, we're going to talk a little bit about the award and your process in terms of applying for it. Tell me a little bit about Habitat for Humanity to get us started.
So Habitat for Humanity of Wausau has been here in our community since 1990. We have built 71 homes in our community, and we really focus on affordable housing and creating a long-term lasting impact for our local families and really looking at financial stability for those families into the future. We do that through trades education with two area high schools. They start both of our home builds. Right now we're partnering with the DC Everest High School and the Mosinee High Schools. And they start the school builds in September. And in May, those homes are very near completion, and we're able to actually move them from the school sites into the permanent residence. The next two homes we're working on right now are actually going to go into the city of Wausau.
Okay.
And then our volunteers, corporate partners, and families will actually work side by side through the summer to get those homes completed, and our families will move in hopefully right at the start of the school year.
That's awesome. I mean, that is a huge kind of community impact. I mean, over a span of time and a number of houses that equates to like entire neighborhoods. Really,
Yes.
If you bunched them all together, that's pretty cool. So as a Small Business of the Year award finalist, what we ask, and you're a finalist in the charitable nonprofit category, we ask our finalists we ask those businesses that are nominated from among our membership to submit an application. That application requires you to kind of go through your history, take a look at where the organization started, where it is now. Tell me a little bit about what kind of revealed itself when you went through that process.
I think as we as an organization went through the process, the one thing that really sticks out from the beginning to even current today is the vast amount of partnerships that have allowed us to continue to serve families in our community. Right from everything that it's taken us to get this facility here, and when the community decided that Habitat needed a permanent home about 8 years ago, to give us this beautiful building out in Weston, but also all the tremendous partnerships between the school districts investing in trades education, the number of volunteers that have supported us over the years, our corporate partners who continue to provide in-kind donations for these homes. None of that would have been possible without all of that support. And you can see that throughout our history in the way that the community continues to support Habitat and invest in affordable housing.
Yeah. So if you're watching out there and you're a little bit confused about where in Weston we are, we're at I think this is the old Dave Caston Motors lot, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And so we're right on Stewart Avenue in Weston, just down from Target, kind of between Target and Walgreens on that stretch. And next door to us is the Restore.
Correct.
Why don't you share a little bit about the Restore? What happens over there? Because you're that's sort of underneath all the same umbrella, right?
Yes. So our Habitat Restore is part of our nonprofit organization, and we rely on fabulous in-kind donations of building materials and home furnishings, and those things come in through business partners and individuals. And our store sells all of those things back to the public through a regular store model. We're open Thursdays and Fridays from 10 to 4, and then Saturdays from 9 to 1. And all of the proceeds of our store actually go back to fund the mission of Habitat. And so last year, our store actually raised enough money to purchase the building materials for one of our two homes.
Wow.
Which is really a remarkable thing. So
Yeah.
we only rely on our fundraising to help support the other efforts as we go.
True. That's amazing. I mean that they can generate that sort of volume of sales. That's great. So anyway, let's talk a little bit about. You've already mentioned the hundreds of volunteers that you've had over the years that help make everything possible. Is there anybody that you'd like to recognize? I guess before we wrap up here, anybody that really kind of sticks out in terms of elevating your organization?
I'm not going to mention any one person by name because I know that I will forget a couple of really, really instrumental people. because in 30 years of history, there's been so many great ones.
Sure.
But what I will say is when I look at our construction crew and the 19 years of experience that has allowed us to physically execute each of those builds in a safe, effective manner, we couldn't do that without that group. And then when I think about all of the people in our community over the years who have served on our boards and our committees, who have helped us with site acquisition for our homes, who have supported us, and also all of those, one of the things people don't know about Habitat is in addition to being the builder, we are also the financer of
Sure.
our homes. So we actually offer zero interest mortgages to each of our families, and we hold those mortgages over 30 years. So for all of the people who have provided us financial guidance and support in that mortgage world, as a small nonprofit, we are held to all the same regulations as any other equal opportunity lender in our community,
Sure.
which is a huge standard for a small nonprofit. So we are grateful for all of the support from our banking partners, our board members and our committee members who have helped us not only build the homes, but finance those homes, and for everybody who helped get us here in this building, who believed in Habitat and thought we needed a home.
That's cool. The Small Business of the Year Awards is going to be held on Tuesday, April 9th. The Small Business of the Year Awards is part of our Business Month, which we host every single year. That Business Month kicks off the week prior to the Small Business of the Year Awards with the National Civics Bee. That'll be a competition with 6th, 7th, and 8th graders at UWSP at Wausau. Going to be an interesting first time we've held this event, but going to be kind of an interesting competition for those students. Again, we have the Small Business of the Year Awards on April 9th at the Hilton Garden Inn in Red Mountain. That's a late afternoon program. Really a fun opportunity to celebrate local businesses. If you haven't registered already, I encourage you to do that. The week after that, on April 18th, which is a Thursday, that's our Business Expo day. And if you've been to the expo, you know it's a really fun day, a unique opportunity to connect with hundreds of local businesses and organizations. So we hope to see you there, and that's followed by the Fun at Expo event. And then the final Monday in April, I believe it's the 29th, we have an HR workshop, which if you're an HR professional out there, it's free to members. Encourage you to look into that. It's going to be a great opportunity to learn a few things and sort of cap off our Business Month programming. So thank you, Tiffany, for joining me this morning. I appreciate it.
Thanks
And best of luck, and we'll see you in a couple weeks at the Small Business of the Year Awards.
We're looking forward to it. Thank
Awesome.
you all.
Thank you.